Okay, well, I am here with Dr. Sadie Gray, the brand new subject matter expert at Gen Y Communication, a fabulous new speaker for you to add to your conference or to your repertoire this year. And I'm in the attract and retain space right now. And that's sort of with the Great Resignation, it's on everybody's lips right now. And so I want to talk about how what you can teach can help people better retain employees. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So every class I've designed has several major underpinnings. And the one I think is probably one of the more important is a theory of adult motivation and adult psychology, right? I think a lot of times we accidentally treat our employees with a bit of indignity because we don't consider what their needs are. I think one of the best things that helped me when I was running a team, I think the largest team I've led was about 30 people, was I just walked around all day going, what do you need? What can I get you? How can I make your life easier? Right? But not everybody approaches leadership that way. Lots of people go into their office and they have lots of other things on their to-do list. So, a tangible technical thing you can do is, block off time during the day, every day that ends in Y, or just Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can block off, an hour after lunch from 4 to 5, whatever, have an open door policy, or, leave your office and wander around and do just that. But you need to be collecting that information. You need to make people feel heard and valued and visible. I think again, those underpinnings is this theory of andragogy. If you're in education, you've heard of pedagogy. That's how you teach children, but how you reach and teach adults is, the theory of andragogy. And there are several major things you have to know as a leader that will keep you from, treating people with the indignity of like, I'm too busy, I outrank you, I'm going into my office, right? One of them is everybody on your team brings a wealth of prior knowledge with them. This theory has been around since the 1980s, and for some reason it didn't make it into any of the business classes, or they cut it out of the textbook. I don't know, but we've got a lot of leaders with actual formal training that don't treat their employees like they brought something to the table. And that's the first thing. Is you have to know that they have also had other experiences, probably in other organizations, and can bring you lessons quicker than you can go get an MBA. So ask them. I think the other thing is that when you start a meeting, you need to let everybody in the room know why they're there. Adults need to know, look, we got taxes to pay, babies to pick up from soccer practice, we're busy. So we need to know why it's important that we're in the room. It's not just based on your authority because you called a meeting. A lot of people take that for granted. Just because you're in a supervisory role doesn't mean that you automatically have the floor. You have to tell people why we're there and what the problem is, And I think the other thing is that we don't consider adults as having like pluses and minuses. And this theory is also called like a margin in life. Think about it as a teeter-totter. We have things that are on our plate that empower us, right? We have a supportive partner, or we are financially stable, or whatever. We have a running car, whatever it is, but we could also, be going through a divorce. The car could be in the shop, and that could be causing a financial turmoil. So if you don't know that about your staff, if you're not having, those conversations, then you could be unnecessarily punitive because they were a day late on, getting you a report. And those are the sorts of things that if you do employ things like climate and culture surveys for your organization, you can always keep your finger on the pulse of. But if it's something personal, you really do need to be out of your office asking people, how are you doing today? And that data, I'm telling you, it's worth its weight in gold.
Awesome. And if you want to learn more about all the amazing things that Sadie's talking about, then you can go to our website, www.geny.com, click on Dr. Sadie Gray's tab, learn more about her and how you can have her come be a part of the amazing trainings in your future. Have a great day, everyone.